Hey everyone. I just completed a small Swift challenge where I had to create a struct to store information about a car and include a way to change gears. Let me walk you through what I did and why. First off, I created a car struct that stores three key pieces of information: the model of the car, the number of seats, and the current gear. Now, the model and number of seats are things that typically don't change after a car is made, so I made those constants using let. But for the current gear, I used var because gears obviously need to change while driving. One thing I thought about was access control. I decided to make current gear a private property because I don't want external code to mess with it directly. The gears should only be modified through controlled methods. Then, I added an initializer to set the initial values for the model, number of seats, and an optional starting gear. By default, the car starts at gear 1, but you can specify a different starting gear if needed. For changing gears, I created two methods: gear up and gear down. These are mutating functions since they modify the struct's state by changing the gear. I also added simple validation inside these methods. If the car is already at the highest gear, let's say 10, it won't shift up any further. Similarly, if the car is already at the lowest gear, gear 1, it won't shift down anymore. This ensures that the car can't accidentally go below first gear or above the maximum gear, keeping things logical. Lastly, I included a method to get the current gear, which returns the gear value. Since current gear is private, this method gives controlled access to that value. In this exercise, I learned a lot about structs, mutating functions, and the importance of access control when designing a model like this. I also made sure that my gear changing methods are safe by adding validation. It's always good to think about how your code can prevent incorrect states and maintain data integrity.